All right, y'all. It is going down. It is going down. May 31st, UFC Vegas 107. Erin Blanchfield is taking on Alexa Grasso. No, wait. Erin Blanchfield is taking on Maycee Barber. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. This is the fight I've been asking for. This was the third and final fight that I wanted this year. All right. Of course, I'm going to get greedy later on. There's going to be some more matchups that I want, but this was the one I wanted. Erin Blanchfield taking on Maycee Barber. A lot of questions need to be answered here, especially on Maycee Barber's side. We already know where Erin Blanchfield stands as far as, being that complete fighter, or, that fighter that's on the quest of being a complete fighter. We've seen her in there with the best fighters so far. Came up short against Manon, but we saw the kind of heart and grit she possessed. She beat two former champions in Jessica Andrade and Rose Namajunas. And, she was able to do it with, just this relentless type of style and, just implementing her game plan on both of these type of fighters. Very strong fighter in Erin Blanchfield. Maycee Barber, of course, her resume looks like Erin Blanchfield does. Before she fought Manon, she won her 6 fights in a row. So now she's fighting her 7th here. That could possibly make this thing a title eliminator. We'll see how that works out. But to me, I think that goes to the Grasso Silva winner, depending on if Grasso wins or not, you know what I mean? So I just think that this fight here, it's going to answer a lot of questions on Blanchfield's side, Barber's side, because Barber, even though she definitely has 6, we can't argue she has 6 wins in a row. Again, there's some questionable wins in there. There's some questionable decisions where I'm like, okay, I didn't really see that fighter that made the right adjustments here that could get all the way to the belt. I still need to see a few more things there from Maycee Barber. Let's not lie here. Maycee's got some work to do. A couple of those, like I said, maybe the judges were on her side. I don't know. And then also, just like the matchmaking before this fight was made, it just seemed like they were kind of selective with their opponents on who they wanted to fight next, whether it be Andrade or somebody like that, instead of calling out Manon or even calling out Erin. Me personally, I don't think that Barber called out Blanchfield for this fight. It was just something the matchmaker said, hey, this is the next fight that you can have because everybody else is taken. Erin needs an opponent. You need a fight. You need to get back in there as soon as possible, and boom. But yeah, shout out to Maycee. I mean, she's taking it. She has no choice, but it's going down, y'all. We're going to talk some more about this a little bit later, as soon as I get some, real free time, to really drop a first look, but just had to come through and let y'all know I see it's going down. And oh yeah, don't let me forget, main event. This is a 5-rounder, y'all. It's a much needed 5-rounder for Barber here, definitely for Barber. I think Blanchfield, she is a 5-round fighter, but this is good. This will be good, more good work for her. But definitely want to see how Barber reacts in a 5-round fight. Like, does she have the gas tank? Does she have the IQ, to know how to slow it down and, still win a round? Does she know how to pace herself? Same thing with Erin. Does she know how to pace herself against a power puncher? A lot of questions need to be answered. But yeah, it's going down. Main event, Blanchfield Barber. We'll talk some more later, y'all. Hit the like and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.